Welcome student on another video lecture. Today's topic is assessment of safety. Under this guideline, the medicinal product which is used for treatment of certain diseases that should be tested whether it is toxic or it is safe, and there are certain safety guidelines are there. In that include toxicological studies or review of relevant literature, official monographs, review of that monograph. All these are used, as well as traditional use of that particular medicinal product, whether it is producing any harm or not, that should be find out, and then only it will given to the patient. Otherwise so that the patient will not suffer from any toxic effect. This should cover all relevant aspects of the safety assessment of a medicinal product. A guiding principle should be that if the product has been traditionally used without demonstrated harm, no specific restrictive regulatory action should be undertaken unless new evidence demand a revised risk-benefit assessment. So, under this guideline, if any drug is there and it is traditionally used for longer period of time and without any demonstrated harm, without producing any harm, then there is no need to take a restrictive regulatory action. But unless a new evidence of revised risk benefit assessment, a review of relevant literature should be provided with original articles or references to the original article, and review of relevant literature also done, as well as if official monograph is there of that particular drug, then the review of results of that monograph is also done, that the results, whatever the information which is provided in the monograph, that should be correct or not. However, although long term use without any evidence of risk may indicate that a medicine is harmless, if any medicine is used for longer period of time and there will be no evidence of risk, then it will indicate that the medicine is harmless. It is not always certain how far one can rely solely on long-term usage to provide assurance of inocuous in light of concern expressed. That means it will not produce any harm in the light of concern expressed in recent years over the long-term hazards of some herbal medicine. Reported side effects should be documented according to the normal pharmacovigilance practices. According to the pharmacovigilance practices, whatever the side effects which are produced by the medicine, all the side effects should be documented. Toxicological studies. Toxicological studies, if available, should be a part of assessment literature and should be indicated as above. If toxicological studies are available for that particular drug, then assessment of that literature as well as assessment of that drug should be done by using toxicological studies. Documentation of safety based on experience. As a basic rule, documentation of a long period of use should be taken into consideration when assessing safety. So, according to the documentation of safety based on experience, a basic rule is that documentation should be done for longer period of time, then it should be considered as assessing safety. This means that when there are no detailed toxicological studies, documented experience of long-term use without evidence of safety problem should form the basis of risk assessment. So, if there are no detailed toxicological studies are available, in that case documented experience of that particular drug of long-term use, that should be considered as a evidence for safety problems. If that drug is producing toxic effect during long term use, then it should be considered as the drug is toxic and it should not be used. But if the long term use of that product is not producing any toxic effect, then it should be considered as a safe drug. However, even in cases of drugs over long period, chronic toxicological risk may have occurred but may not have been recognized. So many times what will happen, the drug is used over a long period and chronic toxicological risk have occurred, but it not be recognized, but that risk is not recognized and it is not documented. So documentation and recognition of toxic effect of any drug, that should be assessed under the guideline of assessment of safety. The period of use, the health disorders treated, the number of users and experience countries should specified. What is the period of use of that particular drug? The health disorders treated, for which health disorder it is used for treatment, how much number of users are there to use that particular product, and those countries who are using that particular drug, the experience of that countries, that should be specified. So whenever the drug is used, how much period it is used, whether it is producing any health disorder, or which type of for which type of health disorder it is treated, and how much number of users are there for that particular drug, and which countries they are using that particular drug, all should be specified and documented. Toxicity data should be submitted if a toxicological risk is known, and if any toxicological risk is known about that particular drug, then toxicity data should be submitted. The assessment of dose dependent and or dose dependent risk should be documented, and also how much quantity of dose which should be in therapeutic limit, and what is the risk limit or toxicity limit of that particular drug, that should be determined. That is, dose dependent risk is there, then it should be find out, and according to that dose should be adjusted. In case of dose dependent risk, the dosage should be specified during risk assessment. So if it will produce a dose dependent risk, then dosage should be specified during risk assessment. A detailed explanation of the risk should be given. Potential for misuse, abuse or dependence should be documented, and a detailed explanation about the risk of that particular drug. Potential for misuse, if that drug is misused or abused, or that drug is producing any dependence, all information should be documented. If long-term traditional use cannot be documented, then there are doubt on safety toxicity data and it should be submitted. So if that drug is particularly used for longer period of time in traditional use as a traditional medicine, but it is not documented, then there will be a doubt on safety toxicity data and it should be submitted. So whatever the drug which are used for treatment of diseases, if they are used for longer period of time traditionally and they are not producing any risk, then it not there is no necessity to regulate that drug, or the toxicity should be find out. But if that drug is producing any toxic effect, then the drug should be tested, first by reviewing literature, second by review of monograph. Whatever the monograph is there, that should be tested, that information is correct or not. After that, toxicity studies are there. If toxicity studies are there, that should be applied on the drug, and whether and find out whether that drug is toxic or not. After that, if the drug is producing, any drug is producing toxic effect, but it is not recognized, in that case the survey or the study is done on the period of use of that drug, for which health disorder it is used, how much number of users of that particular drug, and the experienced countries, that should be specified, and toxicity data should be submitted, and toxicological risk should be known of unrecognized drug. And also the complete data should be documented and find out by different methods, that is, whether it is potential for misuse, abuse, or it should produce dependence, drug dependence. Then all documentation is needed according to the assessment of safety. So this is about the assessment of safety guideline which is given by World Health Organization for any medicinal product. Thank you.